So I'm trying to teach Trina how to prep.
Prep for what?
For when it's called when shit hits the fan.
Okay, and what does that mean? In nicer, violent language ways, what does that mean?
That means if it's a natural disaster, martial law, war, I mean, even you could put in like a zombie apocalypse.
So all that stuff, if just like worst case scenario, this is like Tank Girl stuff. Worst thing, okay. So just hypothetically speaking, Trina, I guess, is gonna get trained on what is appropriate, just in case, just for good measure for survival and science. Yeah.
So, right now we're on number 1, which is natural disasters: flood, earthquakes, tornadoes, and hurricanes. We're kind of used to hurricanes and how Florida is shaped. I mean, we still can get hit, but a lot of times the wind and pressure from the Gulf of Mexico.
I'm sorry, all I can hear is the word devastation. I feel like the whole state's going to end up going underwater. They've been projecting Florida's going to go underwater forever. They've been messing with electromagnetic currencies forever. And I feel like it's just a matter of time for this to happen. I'm guided to go to the Smoky Mountains, but exactly, especially saying that on the record now, that might be targeted. I don't even know what to do, okay? I just feel like, especially if there's congruencies, like you were telling me, there's something already happening in California on the opposite side of the spectrum.
Well, see, most of the time when the hurricanes come, they're coming from South Africa. So, or not South, but from Africa, and they're coming this way. Or sometimes they create down here, but most of the time, the pressure and stuff kind of.
Did you mean South Africa or South America?
South Africa, because that's what most of the time. So.
I'm sorry, I don't know the globe.
So, like, South Africa's like over here. But anyways, so. So yeah, so usually we've been pretty safe, right over here, but just in case of this happening, this is the stuff you need. I mean, you don't have to get canned food, but it's best.
What's MRE?
It's I forget.
Military
ration something. But I mean, they're just like little packets of little food that stays dehydrated. That's all. It's like dehydrated food, and all you do is like boil some water, mix it all up, and then go.
All right, so I feel like in an emergency kit that a pan is important. Like an expensive, nice pan that's like not Teflon. Like I think that if you're packing a kit, that's something that's mandatory to put over a fire. I mean, you're gonna need a device. I mean, you're gonna need a device to, like, if you're on the go and there's martial law, or you gotta be on the go.
Well, there's camping supplies. I mean, we always can get camping supplies. They have a lot of stuff. Small, because, I mean, you gotta remember, we're gonna be carrying this. So how much weight you can carry?
I think that's why we need to be working out.
Yeah.
So we can be able to carry more weight.
But you gotta understand, like, if something comes after us, we gotta run.
You have to be able to run with all equipment. All right, hold up, man.
Usually.
Okay, stop it. You're making me realize that I've been taking for granted our entire world. Like, right now, everybody has a base. Everyone has a home base right now, right?
But a lot of times, people don't stay, like.
Yeah, people don't take their homes for granted. They don't want to be here.
Like, well, a lot of people, like, some people who have a lot of money have, like, land and stuff like that. Where you going?
I just want some more tea. You want some more tea? You want to try some of my delicious tea?
No.
She's like, you don't ever make anything delicious. What are you talking about, Trina? Yeah. I'm doing some very special tea, targeting the lymphatic system. I need some noms, man. I need an orange. I just can't keep eating sugar. That's what I'm saying. We need to get, like, I need, like, healthy food, bro.
Well, start boiling those eggs.
You think so?
Yeah.
How many eggs are you going to eat? Or should I boil them all?
I will eat 2.
You would eat how many?
2.
Okay. Alright, 1 second. Let me get the pan going. Got a little pan for that. Get those eggs going. like, what about, because there's going to be no electricity. So I'm thinking you need, like, I don't know, I need to know how to start a fire. I feel like I want to know how to start a fire from scratch. I feel like weapons are important. I definitely, oh no, what's wrong with that egg? Why did it break so easily? This is, I got a big spirit plate formulating over here, man. Putting together a nice spirit plate. I don't know, dude. These will make good snacks. Alright, I got some eggs going.
Okay.
I also got salad. I got some jackfruit we can make up. Just a heads up.
Okay.
If you want to make up some food later.
Okay.
Top up some onions. Need to finish up this kale. Don't want things to go bad. I'll take this out. Especially if I know that you'll be available. You'll be available?
When?
I don't know. Just anytime this month. I mean, I don't know how long this gets come out. Like, I think it'll take 2 days to defrost. What do you think?
It probably will take 2 days. I'm off Sunday too.
Right on. Next, so you think it'll take 2 days?
Maybe.
Like, what if I left it outside? Like,
No, don't leave
out,
it
out.
outside.
Like leave it out like now, like this.
Like leave it out in the sink. It's gonna.
Oh, it's gonna get wet. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Hold on. You hear that? Hold on. Look at this go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got a bunch of things I gotta do. Alright, I'm coming. I'm a test. Alright.
Okay. Well, just say if this was one of the cases.
Back off, fly.
This is.
Back off! Dude, why is it keeps coming back to the same old spot? Alright. You think you're funny?
So this is like, okay, this is just in case of this happening, right? So say you got enough water. Say a couple of gallons. You want a couple of gallons, right? Okay. Say the disaster lasts longer than like 2 months. You're running out of water. There's supplies where we can make our own water. Like, we don't want to, like, for the rain and stuff, we got to be careful with that kind of stuff.
Because aluminum.
Well,
So were you saying we're going to make our own water? You're talking about the way that you purify your own water?
Yeah, it's not because of the aluminum. It's taking sewage. It's taking all that kind of stuff. All those bacteria's in that water.
And then condensating
Yeah.
it up. Yeah. You see this?
Yeah.
Is that not a little bit conspicuous? No, don't do that. I don't believe in that.
Mm.
Well,
There's a lot of different devices for this kind of stuff. Like, one's like a little tube where you can drink it because it
yeah,
has.
the straw thing.
Yeah. I mean, that seems interesting and everything.
I like the concept of doing our own distilled water.
Well, I mean, we're not. You gotta. If it's a natural disaster, you just gotta throw out the distilled water.
Quotes, natural disaster.
I'm just saying, like, this is just one case.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta throw out your distilled water. You're gonna get the water that you're gonna get. You ain't all the little phones, all the little nice little things you had. You throw that shit out.
But it's funny because our whole entire world is becoming codependent on our eating habits, our survival skills, everything is based around this new world that has been built for us that is just illusionary, and we are losing touch with ourselves and how to function. And meanwhile, everyone's wondering, why is America so obese?
Well, yeah.
Like,
Now, with the food, I mean, canned food's basically the best because it can last longer. Unless we pickle our own food, we start using a lot of mason jar.
fermentation is also like not really the most healthiest thing for humans. You know, obviously it'll give you something, but it creates a lot of GI issues.
But
and
I
like,
mean, what are you gonna do?
I know, but it's like a principle. Do you see what they're doing on purpose? Then, if it is on purpose, like, do you see how
for years and years, way before us? I mean, they use salt to preserve meat and stuff. I mean, so somehow, how did our ancestors survive off of that stuff? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's interesting. So that's why our genetics have mutated. Fascinating. Thank you for pointing that out.
So
We also see results on people who eat a lot of rice, how their GI is affected, and the oats thing.
well, these are fillers because we're gonna get hungry.
Yeah.
These are just fillers to just pass the time and give us somewhat some nutrients because we're gonna be drained.
That's why beans are important.
I mean, we can put beans and stuff, but you gotta certain things. If rice and oats get wet, that's ruin, mold, ruin. You have to be very extremely careful. That's why MREs are best.
Nah, but also containers, proper containers.
But you gotta understand, if we gotta go on the move, it's not like we can carry a whole bunch of containers. This is shit we go and run.
I know, but we're gonna need jars, like mason jars or something that's gonna store all your stuff.
Yeah, but you think about how many mason jars you're gonna carry with all the other stuff.
Well, there's no food. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
That's why you have certain little package.
All right, that's why we need like flying devices. Like we need like hovercrafts. Even then, I feel like nothing's safe.
So now, and this is where you need to start hunting for your food. Okay? Now, first aid kit. This is very important. This is not just little Band-Aids.
What goes in the first aid kit? What's important? Tea tree oil. Besides that, what goes in there?
You have
bandages,
gauze, surgical scissors, needle and thread.
Yeah, in case you gotta sew your wounds up.
There's a trauma packet where if you get shot or something, you can put it on and it soaks up.
Iodine,
snake bites, allergies. What else? I mean, there's a lot of other things. Alcohol wipes, sanitary stuff. This gauze, gloves, all that kind of
candles.
Stuff. Candles, so candles will be best if we're just bunkering at home. You see what I'm saying? You just bunker, you have candles.
Yeah, but there's also the concept though, if the whole like what you're talking about, like the whole cue the locust, all of the Wi-Fi, everything just suddenly goes down after we build a world all based off of it, where all the surgery operating machines run off that.
That's why there's a survival book that
the Wi-Fi
where it teaches you. Anyways, so candles is only when we're bunkering down. That's only if we're bunkering down in a house. We'll use candles and stuff to at least light our way.
All I know is that if man is messing with the weather, that this isn't going to be your normal reaction. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like in some levels, they have to know what they're doing. And in some levels, they're just trial and error, if you ask me.
I'm just telling you, these are just the basic. I haven't gotten more in depth into all this. You have a little radio.
What kind of radio? Like a walkie-talkie?
Like a battery operated radio. If that works, or you can get one of those wind up ones.
Yeah, I'll have to get one of those.
So that's just.
Can you pass me that dragon's blood behind you? I think you'd really like that tree if you've ever seen it. Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
When you cut the tree open, its sap is like blood. It looks like it's bleeding. Like in real life.
So, I mean, the main importance is having a first aid kit because anybody can get hurt.
Say that again?
Having a first aid kit.
Mm.
So, camping supplies. So there are little fire starters. It's like two rocks, and you hit them. You go, and it sparks that flame. You listening?
No, what? Oh, the fire starter?
Yeah.
I'm the fire starter.
So they're like two little sticks, and you hit them like this.
Yeah. No, but I want to know how to do it the natural way.
I mean, that's going to take longer, but this is quicker. This is kind of like the natural way because it's two certain rocks. It's flint rocks where you hit them, bop, bop, and it sparks fire.
So I need to buy flint rocks.
I have the starter fire where you just do that.
Yeah.
So.
I know, but like if we're in an apocalyptic world, you're not going to have that. So people are going to need to know.
I will have it because it's in my kit.
Okay, and then you use up all your kit because it lasts longer.
It's not like that. It's long. and you just strike it. That's all it is. You strike it. It doesn't ruin it. You just strike it.
But if you're going into apocalyptic world for like 10 years, eventually your kit's gonna run out. So you're gonna have to know.
Not the fire.
Oh my God! Can you not understand the angle that I'm getting at though? Like everybody in the world, you want to be relying on these man-made devices instead of getting back in touch with carnal man.
Yeah, if we could find flint and rock, but I'm telling you, this is just the quicker way. I mean it's flint and rock, but it's hand
like Flint, Michigan.
it's hand where you can handle it, and you just flick it, boom. Because once you start the fire, you're gonna be all right. It's not like a lighter or anything. I mean, we can't necessarily bring a lighter, but I mean,
no, it's probably gonna get wet. Like this,
eventually that will wear out. But that's one of them.
You should get the eraser right here. I'll get the eraser for you. George wants out. He wants to go out. I wonder if this will work on there. Yeah. Yo, that's dope. You know what that means? It's like, you're so annoying. Oh, girl. Oh. Martial law. What's martial law?
It's where the military military gets involved with the civilians and start actually policing, like heavily policing, putting people, like dragging people out their homes, you know, put them in line, taking them to, like, say, a concentration camp or something like that. That's martial law.
What were the FEMA camps?
Huh?
Like FEMA camps.
Yeah, like that's like kind of like if, say, FEMA camps, they start opening FEMA camps. That's where you start seeing.
Well, I heard a lot of Walmarts were doing that. Like they were turning Walmarts into FEMA camps. And wall martial law.
So, like, I mean, like, let's go based off of FEMA camps, if FEMA camps are going. So, the military will come in.
From my understanding, they just made a law where the military can arrest you for anything at any time.
When they made that one.
Because Obama was in.
Oh yeah. That's considered, that's like part of the martial law. Because usually the military doesn't have anything involved with the civilians. Because, I mean, if you think of, like, when it's Nazi Germany, when they start taking the Jews, that was considered, like, martial law. You know, where they start taking people.
And eugenics.
So, when this happens, this is where you don't stay at home. You haul ass. You pick a place. I mean, you're going to constantly travel. You might stay at one place a day.
Okay. I'm astral traveling right now, and you have no idea. Exactly. I mean, I just. You want to steal my hairpiece? Go ahead. You feel all professional, like. Yeah. We're supposed to go downtown and sing, and play music, and chant, and talk about these things. We have to be careful what we're saying, otherwise. You know what I mean? You'd be really good at the drumming. And we could post them on different corners.
Mm-hmm.
I would dress you up as tribal AF. You know I would.
I know you would.
Black, the lines, like all that. And like, yeah, just go do your thing. My tummy's all messed up. And I'm guided that, seriously, the whole gathering thing. Like gathering seeds, gathering certain things that don't go bad, and then the containers. And I know that you're saying...
But where are you going to plant the seeds?
It's not about planting seeds, it's about eating the seeds.
Just regular eating...
Yeah, like sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, whatever your GI system can take. But man is not meant to be eating seeds.
I mean, that's one thing that you could put in your kit. I mean, for snacks and stuff.
I know, but like like what I'm saying, the higher selves are meant, like, it's about like this. Like, I just feel like people could never even imagine what I'm like imagining could possibly happen. You know?
I mean, no, people do. This is what
I know some
preppers-
people get worse, but
This is what preppers. Some people have a compound where they have food that they already stocked up. Some of us.
I'm getting visions that Joe Rogan should do like an episode with like some kind of survival man or something like
He
that.
probably already did. I think he did. But anyways, some people actually, this is what they design. Like, they have food, and certain food is poisonous. So if they get attacked and people are trying to steal their food, they could grab the wrong food and kill themselves with it.
That's not good. Alright, so I just don't really like the way the world is going. I don't like that we even have to have this conversation right now. I'm not a fan of all of the knowledge that I am gathering, because I feel like the wisdoms that man has, they're not using it for good. You have the power to change the weather, and you're doing it to invoke fear in the people instead of using the weather to rapidly grow things, you know what I mean? Like, if you could mess with the light and mess with everything else, you're not going to do 420 nanometers of light and make seeds sprout and...
Well, this is not basically, like, what I'm trying to teach you is not fear. It's more of how to survive certain events.
But I don't want to be like, but hypothetically, right? Like, I don't even want to believe.
I mean, these are all hypothetical.
All I can think about is, what's that one movie? Is when it's with that girl, Emma Watson. Emma Stone, maybe. No, it's a zombie movie.
Zombie movie.
Yeah. Emma. Redhead. Redhead, and has that guy out that I really love from Natural Born Killers. No clue. It's a cheesy movie. It's a joke. But it's not a joke. Get off my cup.
Oh, you're talking about Zombieland?
Maybe. With that one guy that's like Napoleon Dynamite, but he's not.
Yeah, you're talking about Zombieland. Well, see, like martial law, I mean, this is where you start doing...
Bro! Fuck. The bugs. The stupid bugs.
This is where you do your 72-hour bag. That gives you 72 hours to get out of Dodge. This is not like a life kind of thing. This is 72 hours to you get out of population.
Yeah. Toothbrush. I feel like I'm supposed to be describing like what I would personally put in those bags. 72 hours bags. I mean, definitely a bathing suit. Will's going down and grab my bathing suit, yo. Like, because like you're gonna have to bathe. Like, you can only imagine what things are gonna be like. Yeah.
I mean, like all that stuff that we did, like say right now it happens. All the shit we used to do in our normal life is gonna be flipped. We're not gonna be like bathing all the time. We're gonna be on the move. We're gonna try to find higher ground. We're gonna try to find places where it's not populated. We're gonna have a hard time sleeping. We're gonna be on the go. It's not gonna be something normal. This is like shit. This is our life. We're gone, you know. And try to.
All right, hold on. I'm astral traveling now, but just look at your map. Look at your map. You can see all the lines, right?
Yeah.
So pay attention. Those are little tiny cities. Each and every one of those have like imagine like every. I mean, if we're doing it on the map, I'll be like every 3 to 4 inches. Like, you'll imagine you'll have a 5G tower, and I imagine there's more than that. And you're creating all this electricity, and humans are electromagnetic beings, and we're just mindlessly doing all these things on the land, and we're grounding, we're becoming all these elements. What do you think's gonna happen in the vortexes of the energy fields around us? Like, I bet we could Google right now on your phone. I bet that there's some type of evidence that talks about how like our feelings can encourage the weather. Or I'd imagine that our vibes, exactly, if there's like a whole town who's all sad, or I'm just using that as examples.
I mean, that with our energy and everything, that will change everything.
And it makes everyone else feel this type of way because I'm projecting this energy. And like, yeah, we're projecting this energy right now.
I mean, I'm just trying to teach you.
I'm just
trying to teach you like certain events so you can better prepare yourself.
Mentally.
Instead of just being, oh shit, this has happened. What do I do? But when the stuff, even if it did, Lord, we're just gonna. It's if. It's all if. You just, at least you know.
Dude, every time you say like that word that's considered a curse word, all I can think about. Stop reading my eyes. God. These AI and these like little bugs are like reading your like I can't even. I'm like, okay. Like what am I supposed to do? I just keep getting visions and like it's not very comforting what I'm experiencing and what I'm witnessing. And I'm too aware. Yeah, man. God, that's traumatizing, Sarah. Like, they feel your heat. It's just like the iPhone. Like, you know, have you ever done that? Have you ever checked your blood pressure? Yeah. Well, have you felt that before when one of those things lands on you? Have you ever felt the same energy? Have you ever felt that?
No, because usually they don't land on me.
Oh, lucky you. Only when you're not with me?
Yeah.
When like so they're like trying to get to you through me. I don't know.
But I mean, I'm just trying to give you just insight of being prepared for just things, and it could.
Oh, I got it back. I got the vision back. It was because you kept saying shit. I wanted you to know that they make everybody feel like crap, like talking about that because they want you to feel like it's a bad thing. But why do you think that? Why do you think that it's curse and the B word, like the dogs? Why do you think all these things that are like the most heavenly things on the earth are suddenly given a negative vibration and used as like a terminology that is inappropriate? Like, for example, everybody thinks that we're a heart first. Like, have you ever seen those Christian billboards that says that you're a heart? About that, like the kid's heart is like formed within like 18 days or something like that. But actually the first thing that man becomes first is a deuterum, which is your butt. You have to be able to release your toxins. Mm-hmm. So there's like these articles by Forbes magazine that you're basically a hole first. I know it sounds funny, but it literally says that on the article through like one of those major corporations. But yeah, like I just feel like you can get in trouble on certain interfaces for saying curse words like that, and I just wanted to like point out, like, why do you think that you're meant to feel bad about that? Or like feel awkward about having to go to the bathroom, or feeling like...
Because it's a natural thing to do.
And they're obsessed with the unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it is? I can't help but think, like, so what are you going to do about it? Like, okay, so they build the whole world based on cars, and then, like, exactly, they could change that so easily.
Yeah.
And after man has been so reliant upon cars. And it stinks because, like, in my mind, exactly, I would just load up my car and that would be, like, my little house. I'd bring everything. But exactly, if my car goes underwater, like you're saying, I can't carry heavy glass Tupperware.
Well, you got to...
But there's all these sciences. You're just triggering, like, this. Everything's clashing. You're telling me I have to pack light so I can't put everything in my normal glass containers. But we know for a fact that if I store my food in plastic, that's going to cause asexuality in my hormones. My hormones are going to go back. I'm not going to be balanced in my yin. Like, I mean, not that I'll need my sexuality out in the wild, but, like, I don't know. To me, it's just like a mental thing. Like, this whole world is just consciously being subtly shifted in these directions that are just traumatizing for me to even hear you talk about. Like, Sarah, I wanted to say this thing that, like, came to my mind when I was, like, doing a guided, or, like, you know, my meditations I do by myself or whatever. I'm just driving in motion, and I'm inside this world of myself. And it was, like, if God came to me or Yahweh came to me and gave me some words, and if the Lord came down and spoke to me, it would be that, girl, we've been preparing you for this since you were a little girl. Like, when I was, like, 6 years old, I saw Tank Girl. And, like, I knew I was Rebecca, like, my whole life. I knew that. And I understand widely. But, like, exactly what we were talking about, like, time's running out. There's a lot of different clashings of timelines and things like that going on, and you have free will. And I know you don't want to think about that because you can just feel it. But it's going on your mom's timeline, on your timeline. There's all these clashings, and then your free will comes into hand. So as you project a thought into the future, you manifest that by creating that space for that, by believing it. That's why people have red fibers on the aura. Red fibers on the aura is where you compromise yourself, Sarah, and you don't be your true self, or you put yourself, your light on dim, or like you just self-doubt, all that contract stuff. Which, like, you have fibers that come and go. Always just, that's why I felt I need to also point that out. So you can, like, use your flames, like I use purple flames, but, like, you can use your flames to burn away all that by consciously recognizing, like, wow, just because I believe that, I drew that vortex towards me, and I manifest that cause and effect reaction. We're planting the seeds of ideas.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
What I'm gonna
Yeah, you're telling me all these things, but you're not telling me, like, what's in your 72-hour bag.
What's in mine?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna discuss that artwork.
Oh, but are you willing to teach anybody what they should prepare?
Yeah, I'm willing, but okay, what will be in my bag will be MREs, weapons, I will have a sleeping bag, water.
Comfort, sanitary water.
Well, I have a canteen, so that's what I have, but I will also have supplies to gather water.
Yeah, I was thinking tools, like, because you need a water purifying thing,
Yeah.
like that little straw thing you're talking about.
Well, I wouldn't. There's multiple ways to purify water. You can take a 32 ounce bottle, and well, here, let me draw it out for you. You can take a 32 ounce bottle.
Yeah.
You cut the top,
Yeah.
like right here. You put, you put like sand right here.
Oh, yeah.
Rocks, charcoal, then rocks, and have this go down, have the water go down so it,
Yo, let's make these, dude. You want to do that? We should do that.
and then after that drains out, then I will boil the water, because I'm going to have like certain camping supplies. I mean, it's not going to be big, but it's enough for me.
You get me excited.
I mean,
okay.
I might get the little straw things, but here's a chance. If I'm in the mountains and the water stream is going down, I don't know if there's something dead right here.
Ugh.
And this is how you can get sick.
Oh, stop it, yeah.
So that's why you have to purify this water, you know? I don't know what's up the streams, and I'm not going to walk all the way up here just to find out, because I might need to go this way, you know? But I come across some water. So, and then I will have hunting supplies. I will have a knife. I will have a machete. I will have, you know, all the supplies that I need to just survive at least 72 hours. But the rest of the supplies I can use throughout 72 hours. 72 hours is just the food that I need until I can go hunting myself. Or get to a safe land, safe concubine, or safe place.
Concubine. That's a Bible word.
But I also will have a medical kit.
Iodine. Get.
And this is just in case. Because you have to think, there's, just say you live in a city with 1 million people in it. Half of these people are not even ready. So they're going to go crazy, frantic, you know, start killing people.
Okay, and I feel like I'm going to go frantic and crazy because the fact that I'm getting, like, psychic aware messages or whatever, And like the fact that I'm exposing them, I feel like exactly I'm being targeted with this disease. I've gotten this super bug from, ironically, after doing that Mother's Day video. And I know that you've had personal experiences with bugs and things like that. So you can't say that I'm 100% crazy. It's just a lot of weird coincidences. And like we know for a fact that they have killed people like in the subtlest of ways.
That's why you get out the city. Number one thing, out the city. You get.
But that's what the kind of world that's being built for us right now, though, is the world
Yeah,
of
no shit. Because back to before
Why are you obsessed with the word caca?
I don't know.
Why?
But before.
Why? Are you going to the bathroom okay? Do you got blood in your stool like me? What's going on?
No.
What's going on?
Let me finish. But
Let me finish.
Before.
You took my hair tie.
Before 2012, there was certain
back up.
people who had land and stuff in nice little rural areas. The government was trying to kick them off their land. They were trying. Some of them died. Some of them gave up their property. I mean, I remember watching videos of people having a hard time trying to keep their land, their property. And I mean, these are not just like 1 acres. These are a couple
Stop it, you're making my blood boil, girl. I want to fight and stand up for all these people, man. Want to fight? George.
Well, they probably already dead or whatnot, because this was back in 2006.
You think their souls still aren't upset?
I'm sure their souls are upset. But yeah.
I'm sure their souls are upset.
But yeah, I mean, this is what's been happening.
Oh!
And I only...
Do you understand how mad I get when I realize and I come to the conclusion things that have already been done for the sake of, like, the future? Hi.
Yeah, I mean, this been planning. That's why you get SHIFT.
Shift. What's that?
When caca hits the fan.
Oh!
Not I. So it's SHFT.
Okay.
People been doing this,
Yeah.
for a while.
Hi.
Some of them do it thinking it's going to be the government that does it. Some people do it for natural disasters, for if there's a war, for a chemical.
What would you title this? What is this called?
I mean, this is just we having a discussion because I haven't fully.
Okay, I understand. But would it be natural disaster discussion or?
Yeah, just
That's okay.
prepping discussion.
Can you write that at the very bottom so I can remember those words? Or just like, what was the first thing that you said? A discussion. Prep discussion.
I don't know how to spell it, but
Prep discussion, that's fine. Put ND. I don't remember natural disaster. And if you think of any other good words, I'll put that.
I mean, because there's been a lot of incidents when they were natural disasters because you have people.
God, stop it. Every time you say that, I go off like a trigger. Yeah, because it's not natural. It's man-made because they're messing with the algorithms of the orchestra of the weather.
Well,
because people who
yes.
have money think that they can play the role of God by just paying some company that has the education to do so, and they're just mindlessly doing this.
Okay, we have discovered that, but we're just going to use that term.
What term? Oh, natural disaster. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we're just going to use
Yeah.
that term.
Yo, I love how you just said yeah. Go, D.
Okay.
D? I'll call you D for your middle name and for that other thing that we like to call you.
So,
You should call... That would be the most perfect marketing name for your corporation, by the way. Daddy Daniel or something. I don't know. Meditate on it. Okay, just plant the seed. Come on, smile. Laugh. Ha ha.
So,
Hey, this is too hard. This is a hard prep discussion. You gotta admit that this is probably one of the most serious grown-up conversations. All these poor little kids on YouTube, all these people who might be listening to this right now. I mean, it's just a way of consciousness of
okay,
thinking
well, let me get through
in
it.
this world. this is traumatizing though. Do you know how many people do not even want to read this? If I title this appropriately, that we are preparing for just in case if there's something that happens, a war of the world, basically, because there's like all these men who think that somebody needs to be in control or ownership over what's valuable. You understand? Because everybody values different things. Like, we value colors. We like markers. We like Native American coins. And there's some people that are like, no, I just need all the gold. Or like, what else are things people have? Oh, cars. Imagine how many people have like $1 million cars or whatever. So you see the way the world's like what people are valuing. Like, one person wants to build the future where it's like, oh, we have flying cars, and then you have people like you who are like, can we just get back in touch with our roots and play on the drums again? Like, do you see the contrast?
I mean, you can just sit there and Google what all or not even Google. Go on YouTube. All what I'm spying, you're gonna find thousands and thousands.
But what would people have to type in to find that? Like, end of the like.
No, what I abbreviate SHFT. Preppers, all that. They made a show out of preppers on national.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not joking.
Don't freak me out. Stop it. I don't even watch television.
So these people.
Whoa, my tummy. Whoa.
These people, I mean, they're probably already familiar with it. It's been a big, huge thing for a while, and I'm trying to get you to understand this stuff.
No, now that you tell me, like, there's a reason why National Geographic, because it's bad for the karma if they don't at least create the program where it's an option for those
Only because they made that program because it became popular. Everybody's been searching it on YouTube. So what they did, they found a way to market that kind of stuff.
Does that not make you upset?
I mean, I wouldn't want to be on there because why would I want to show people what I got? I wouldn't want to show people what I got. That drags too much attention to you.
See, I'm like Jesus. I'm like, can everybody just, you get that resource, you're good with that, you're good with growing stuff, all right, come join my team, and then I'll do this. And then she's got the weapons, and then I'll be that guy that does this part.
But that's when you do it secretly. I know you don't like secretly stuff, but you gotta understand.
Secret societies.
That's what you gotta understand. There's a lot of.
But they're reading everyone's eyes, so they know their minds. Why do you think? Have you ever suddenly met somebody and then you went on Facebook and it suddenly suggested, "Hey, you might know this person," just because your brain lit up that person's face precisely in your own brain.
Yeah.
There's a TV show, 60 Minutes. Did you see the 60 Minutes episode about mind reading? About how your brain lights up with Hammer?
Yeah, I was just watching a video about how they can put it, like, there's certain chips they can put in your brain that mimics. But, I mean...
I'm like, I'll be your best friend if you grab the flower pot and bring it in our vicinity. And I gotta lay with the sunflower like this for a second, because I'm starting to get really sicky. This is too real. It's real. I don't want it to be real. That's gotta feel good. I mean, it's probably heavy. Like, cause you're lighter than me. Yeah. Which one would you give if you had to pick a sunflower right now? How did I know you would pick that one? How did I know you were gonna pick that one? I'm gonna put the other one on my heart.
Okay.
Can you pass it? Sunny. Yeah. Sarah's more in tune with the plants than me.
Okay, so this is what happens when ND happens. You'll have people with their ego. Okay?
Like trying to steal your supplies?
Yeah.
Or thinking that they know, like, how to take care of themselves?
Well, you have people with their ego that will take from you. And they will take everything.
Shadow workers.
That means...
Shadow workers?
Okay. That means law enforcement.
Oh, no!
People.
Oh, man, stop it. You know they already do that. If a police caps you with, like, 10 grand on you or whatever, and you can't prove where you got it from, I heard the cops can just take that.
Yeah, they'll take anything. I mean, cops still. It doesn't matter. You don't even have to have much. They just take stuff because they feel like they're above. Anyways, you'll have people. Now, this is, I mean, a lot of people might get mad, but you do have addicts. You got to be very careful with them. I mean, they're not going to get their drugs. So think about it. They're going to be manic. as hell. So they're gonna do anything.
Says to be Jones and
Yeah. You'll have very sick people. Sick in like medical sick. You know? You'll have sick people that's sick in the brains. And I mean, I'm not trying to scare anybody or say like guys are bad or anything, but you're pretty beautiful, so they're gonna take whatever they're gonna take. Because they're in their mind, they're gonna think, oh, I'm gonna die, so let me at least get off.
no way.
Yeah. So this is why this is very important.
I'm having deja vu of like ancient times where the woman had a trusted husband and then he invaded the space and then she had to have a kid and there was no abortion methods, so therefore she grew up hating her son because she was forced to have a kid against her will. And then generations continued.
Most of the time, a lot of things happen. I mean, think about Medusa's story.
Pink Rose, I think. I'm gonna put that on the tummy.
So I mean, that's what happened. That's why we have to get out of Dodge. Especially what you like. I mean, I can just. I'm not that much beautiful. I mean, I'm sure I got the same thing you got. So.
What's that mean?
What's that mean? That I'm a female, so it's just.
Oh, I see.
And I'm not trying to say guys are all guys are like that, but there's there's certain people.
You know what this means?
What?
Yellow.
There's certain people that
turn up the vibe on this yellow.
that would be like that, you know. So you gotta be careful.
Oh my God, were these just?
Now we can go through the instance, say there's a zombie apocalypse. A lot of people will
Like, you mean everybody has that flesh-eating bacteria?
That means everybody's trying to eat everybody.
I'm like, will you finish the roses and do your thing? I know I didn't swipe the aura. It's okay, just... where do you think? Oh, you think that goes there? Oh, we gotta do a lot of that healing. Oh, now my hips are hurting. Okay. Oh, you would.
I could just take a picture of you
No.
like this.
Yeah. This is for me.
I mean, it's a good picture. I mean, but anyways,
Maybe on your phone.
just so I can send it to you.
No. I just want to look at it on you. That'd be funny. Yeah.
But anyway, so I mean, with a zombie apocalypse, I mean,
No.
that means like, you know, things.
Okay, but like, I need to point things out in like a more realistic manner how this is actually real.
Well,
Okay.
technically, we did have it. I was all in Miami. Remember?
Are you talking about the guy that ate the face?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a joke. That's salt. That's salt. But I want to
But
talk about a
how's-
more serious
but how's
MRSA. MRSA is zombie.
Well, how?
I have flesh eating,
Well,
so imagine
let
you're
me-
gonna
let
want
me-
to kill me.
let
I'm
me
coming after you, mindlessly thinking I need these nutrients. But just think about it. You'll be shooting trinas who have MRSA. That's what it is. Their flesh is falling off. It's necros. It's like brown recluse.
You'll die. You wouldn't come back. You wouldn't regenerate. But actually, the CDD or the CD crisis
CDC or whatever?
disease disaster something did publish warning about zombie apocalypse.
No.
Yeah, they did. Seriously, it
I'm
was
like showing on your phone.
it was on the website.
No way.
Yeah, I'm being serious. What is it? I think it's.
What would they define as zombie on there? Is that still going? That's still going, right? My phone is good?
Yeah, it's still
Nice.
going.
Yo, I would take a picture of you right now. You're so colorful. And the got the chemist.
FEMA. I typed typed it in and it popped up FEMA for Form CDC Preparedness 101 Zombie Apocalypse, FEMA.gov.
F-I or F-E-M? It is FEMA. Oh my god. Hold on. This is on FEMA.gov.
FEMA is part of the CDC.
Centers for Disease Control, CDC. Z-O-M-B-I, that's right, I said zombie. You may laugh now, but when it happens, you'll be happy I read this. Hey, maybe you'll even learn a thing or two. How to prepare for a real emergency. The rise of zombies in pop culture has credence to the idea that a zombie apocalypse could happen. Oh my god. I'm saying this to my dad.
I think your dad already knows.
Okay. Oh my god, Sarah, everything that you're talking about is on here. Hold on 1 second. I can't even. Numbers.
Well, I mean, there is oh wow, cool. There is actually a plant that does it, or it's not a plant, it's a fungus that does it to insects.
Shut up, hold on. MRSA is in the lymphatic, which is funny because it's fungus. What you're just saying is the same thing. It's the bacteria and the MRSA. Yeah. Listen, this is what's on here. This is the full list, or like part of the list. Water, 1 gallon per person per day. Food, stock up on non-perishable items that you eat regularly. Medications, this includes prescriptions and non-prescription meds. So I'm going to need all the stuff for the MRSA on stock. Tools and supplies, utility, knife, duct tape, battery-powered radio, etc. Sanitation and hygiene, household bleach. Bleach is so important for killing MRSA, by the way. Like, they encourage you to take bleach baths. Okay? Clothing and bedding, a change of clothes for each family member, and blankets. Yeah, you're going to want comfort. You're going to want warmth. You're going to have to know how to wash things, is what I'm visioning. You're going to have to know how to wash stuff by hand. Important documents, copies of your driver's license, passport, and birth certificate, to name a few. So you're going to need a dry box. You would need a dry box to keep shit dry. Your bag would have to be waterproof. First aid supplies, although you're a goner if a zombie bites you. Which is funny because the MRSA lives inside the flies and the fungus. Or, like, you understand, the Lyme disease and the MRSA is living inside insects. You can use these supplies to treat basic cuts and lacerations you might get during a tornado or hurricane. Look at do you see what the website says? Do you understand? Do you understand that it's like saying that this is going to happen after a hurricane or tornado? Here, let me just do like this for a second. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hurricane, tornado. Like, let me scroll up because this would be a perfect picture for